no one chasing us right now. But we're running. And God said the horse is prepared against the day of battle. But safety is of the Lord. You see, if we were living right, we wouldn't have anything to be scared of. That's just how God ordains it in His Word. Look at this, Proverbs 29. Listen to this. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. Now, I like this verse right here. This is it. The fear of man bringeth a snare. You know what? We are ensnared in this country. We are ensnared by being in fear of radical Muslims or radical fundamental Christians or radical this or radical that. We have the fear of man, and it's bringing us into a trap, a snare. I want to speak to the Christians, those who are just really, really, truly born again. I'm going to tell you something. When mankind starts bringing chains out, be like Paul. Just do what God told you to do anyway. And Paul was a man who sat in prison, but he had peace. He had a beauty in his heart. He had a radiance even when he was in chains. Paul and Silas sitting in the jail singing, "Amazing grace, how sweet the sound." They had peace in their heart. And I refuse, and you, as God's people, just refuse to be afraid. Yeah, it's changing our lifestyle, it's changing everything around us. And I'm just telling you, we live in a vile world, and I don't care if you move to Timbuktu, it's going to follow you somehow, some way. But I refuse to live in fear. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. So here's what the word, when they shall say peace and safety, I kind of think that everybody's going to say, you know what? Hey, New World Order, keep us safe. When really, could have just been asking God all along. He'll keep us safe. He's done a pretty good job with me so far. I've had people ask me, Pastor Mike, with all the stuff that you say, aren't you scared that they're going to... See, this is why, number one, we have a secret broadcast compound at 1233 American. We don't want anybody to know where we are, because, I don't want them to find out where we're broadcasting from. I'm not afraid. I really... Maybe I'm just too dumb. But I have to put my trust in the Lord. That's where you can put your trust to. Put your trust in the Lord. And that way you won't be afraid of man, and you won't be in a snare. You won't be in the trap that's kept, the New World Order trap. You won't be there. Anyway, good to be with you this week. Got some videos, got some books. We're making a lot of them right now, and we'd like to get them out. If you'd like any of our videos, any of our books, just call or write us and say, Pastor Mike, I want this, I want this, I want this. We're kind of working on a products page for one of our websites, so be watching for that. That way you know exactly what we have, and so on and so on. And we like to we don't charge anything for them, but we are asking you, if you can, please help us out. A year ago we were sending out one every now and then. That was okay. Now we're sending out quite a bit, and it's starting to cost us a little bit. But I thank you, those of you who help us out. Man, I cannot thank you enough for what you do. And we are. I don't want to talk a whole lot about it. I don't want to seem like I'm bragging, but we literally are taking the money that's being sent here and we're sending it out. We just sent 50 copies of every DVD that we have. We just sent them to a pastor in Liberia, so that they could be handed out there and given to people. And that's what's happening all over the place. And so anyway, if you can help us out a little bit or whatever, man, we appreciate it. We've got our books by Divine Order, the King James Code, the Babel Conspiracy. We got videos that go with all these things. If you want to get all of our videos every month, get on our Watchers list. You get all of our DVDs, all of our CDs, Sunday school lessons, Wednesday night Bible studies. Everything. You get everything that I do here in a month. You get that sent to you. every month, and we just ask that you think about a regular donation of any amount to help us with our costs. I think, and I just, it's kind of where we're at right now, I think our postage alone, just for sending out our Watchers packets, our postage alone was like $1,000. Okay, that's a lot of licking stamps. Okay, we didn't have to lick them, but anyway, so just, we're growing. We're still just the small church here, but we're growing, and we praise God for that. And if God lays it on your heart, so be it. I love you. This is Pastor Mike. We'll see you at the next Bible study. By the way, some of you have commented, hey, Pastor, I said in the Bible study, and you got to watch this because I asked the question, how does God have wings? How does God have wings? So far, one guy got real close. Okay, real close. I'll explain that next week. This is Pastor Mike. I love you. Bye-bye.